Hi everyone, it's Marieta. Thank you so much for tuning in. In this video, I want to give you updates on Eb5 Immigrant Investor Program. So what do you need to know? Recently, I made a video which I'm actually going to be linking to this video. Check it out. In that video, I explained the recent development, breaking news, in fact, about lowering that amount. That is a result of that lawsuit that was filed and everything you need to know regarding the investment amount. Now, in this video, I want to talk about the Eb5 Immigrant Visa Investor Program, specifically pertaining to a regional center program that is set to expire at midnight on June 30th. In fact, it was already expired on June 30th, 2021. This lapse in authorization does not affect Eb5 petitions filed by investors who are not seeking a visa under a regional center program. So that being said, if you are applying for Eb5 petitions that are not under a regional center program, you're good to go. Due to the lapse in authorization related to a regional center program, USCIS will reject the following forms received on or after July 1st, 2021. Form I-924, application for regional center designation under the Immigrant Investor Program, and Form I-526, Immigrant Petition by Alien Investor. Now, this is obviously all connected with the regional center programs. So if you are someone who is interested in Eb5 program direct investment, USCIS is actually administering the Eb5 programs. Under this program, investors are eligible to apply for a green card permanent residency if they make a necessary investment in commercial enterprise in the United States and they plan to create or preserve 10 permanent full-time jobs for qualified US workers. Okay, so that's that. Now, let's go deeper into the investment, because recently like I said, I made a video where I did explain that the amount was lowered, and this is actually a statement from June 30th issued by USCIS. You can find it at uscis.gov, and when we go and click here, I want to give you more information on the investment. In fact, here we go. Right. So I'm not going to go into the history of Eb5 program. You already know, probably it was created back in the 1990s to stimulate the US economy through job creation and capital investment by foreign investors. And all Eb5 investors must invest in new commercial enterprise, right? Based on the current rule, you have to invest into new commercial enterprise that was established after November 29th, 1990 or before November 29, 1990, and it was purchased and the existing business is restructured or reorganized in such a way that the new commercial enterprise results or expanded through the investment, resulting in at least 40% increase in net or number of employees. Now, the definition of commercial enterprise means that it's basically any kind of business as long as it's for profit, including sole proprietorship, partnership, holding company, joint venture, corporation, business trust, or any other entity which might be publicly or privately owned. This definition includes commercial enterprise consisting of holding company and its wholly owned subsidiaries if each such subsidiary is engaged in for-profit activity. Now, let's talk about the other requirements. You understand the requirements when it comes to job creation. With the regional center projects, it wasn't required. That's why it was called indirect investment. However, with the direct investment, there is the requirement to create or preserve 10 full-time jobs, right? So Eb5 investor actually must invest the required amount of capital in new commercial enterprise that will create full-time positions for at least 10 qualifying employees. So for a new commercial enterprise not located within a regional center, the new commercial enterprise must directly create full-time positions to be counted. For new commercial enterprise located within a regional center, which is not even subject here, because as we already discussed, that program was set to expire June 30th. As long as it's direct investment, as long as you create 10 full-time jobs, you're good to apply. In case of troubled businesses, which is also situation when the investment is lower, the EB5 investor might rely on job maintenance. The investor must show the number of existing employees, whatever that is at the moment, or will be no less than the pre-investment level for a period of at least 2 years. This essentially means that when you are actually applying for an EB5 petition, you don't necessarily have to show that you have hired 10 full-time people. You can be in the process of job creations and you will receive the green card for 2 years. It's a conditional green card, and then you actually need to request to remove the condition, and at that moment in time you have to show that you actually created 10 full-time jobs. So that's that. Now I want to talk about the capital requirement, right? Because if we remember correctly, recently, based on the recent breaking news, the investment is actually lowered. And many of you actually ask me, is it lowered only for regional centers, or is it lower also for direct investment? And the answer to your question is that it is actually lowered even for direct investment, right? So if you remember correctly, the investment used to be 1 million before November 21st, 2019. And after November 20th, 2019, it went up to 1.8 million, right? However, like I said, based on the recent breaking news, the investment again is lowered. So we're not talking about 1.8 direct investment, we're talking about 1 million. Even though USCIS is not actually announcing this update, I don't really see the update on their website. Based on the lawsuit that I was discussing in a previous video, the amount actually went from 1.8 to 1 million direct investment. So if you're someone who is thinking to invest, if you are actually someone who wants to take advantage of this opportunity, I highly recommend you can book a consultation with me. The link to book a call is going to be in description below this video. And again, if you are new to my channel, I really appreciate you. Make sure to subscribe, support this channel, share this video with people who might need this information, and stay tuned for upcoming videos. Have a great day.